everybody, it's Dr. Lisa Ann Homick from Homick Advanced Chiropractic, and this is Brain Snob, episode 64. And I want to tell you what I do personally for anxiety flares. But first, let's talk about what it means to be a brain snob, because it's not an insult, it's a high compliment. It means you understand what to give your brain so you can have amazing life experiences. And as far as anxiety goes, the first thing I'm going to recommend is chiropractic care. If chiropractic can wake up somebody who's in a coma, what are you waiting for? It is the most profound way to reset the nervous system, and we need a lot of nervous system resetting with our day-to-day stresses and just the busyness that's going on, because your nervous system needs time to regroup, and if you're always in fight or flight, you're going to be exhausted, and that's the disease magnet. And if you have an impaired brain, that is a disease magnet. We want a performing brain. We need your full participation in the world. So I wanted to talk about anxiety flares. I call it that because I prefer not to go the route where we have to give everything a pathological label and we have to diagnose somebody with an anxiety disorder. That's not my realm of chiropractic. I want to help you keep your body healthy and focus on what makes the body work. I don't want to do something that is not in sync with the body. So there's other schools of thought out there, and I choose what I choose because I have specific opinions about what I want to put in my body and what kind of attitudes I want to teach people. I want to give people empowerment. I want to give them confidence. And if we're always in fear of our own bodies, that's also a disease magnet. Now, in my office, I utilize chiropractic care to reboot the nervous system, the brain and spinal cord. It's the master system. We start at the top. Because your brain makes your body, you make your life. And I focus on the brain. We move the brain, feed the brain, and talk to the brain. We keep it simple. It's very low tech, and it's within your reach. It's not something that's so complicated or expensive that you don't have access to it. And I do want to differentiate between the situation where people are already taking anti-anxiety medications, because it does change your brain. It locks you in to this physical dependence, and that's what Jordan Peterson has had to deal with in the last few months. If you listen to Michaela Peterson on her video updates, her dad had to go to Russia to find courageous doctors who are actually going to pull him out of this physical dependence, because once you're on a medication, you can't just get off of it by yourself. And that is a different topic altogether. What I want to talk about is the fact that anxiety is the human condition. It is part of the human condition. It is part of the human experience of you living your life in a world that has ups and downs. I do not want to label somebody pathologically, because that just changes their whole outlook on life. I get anxiety flares. I noticed a lot when I had anemia, and it causes anxiety type reactions in the body. That was a while ago, years and years ago, and I figured out how to deal with that, how to deal with the anemia. It was coming from my stomach. I wasn't making enough stomach acid to take care of digestion, and once I fixed that with a standard process supplement, it was overnight relief. But there still is stress coming from different things going on in your life. We experience new things from time to time, and our brain goes a little haywire and says, this is something new. I don't know how to deal with it, because our brain relies on memory of what we've dealt with in the past. We deal with new things every day, and sometimes extremely different things. If you're dealing with an ill family member, that's a huge change in your life. Your job has been transferred. That's a huge change in your life. your brain sometimes goes into an overprotection mode. We call it fight or flight. And if it's excessive, you get very exhausted. And some people get very anxious and they develop these anxiety type reactions. The fast heartbeat, the shallow breathing, the feeling like that you can't catch your breath, the desire to run away and leave a situation. These are all reactions to an anxiety situation. But we kind of build on our own situations and make them worse with dietary issues, chemical toxins in our food. And I want to give you a few of my secrets of what I do when I have an anxiety flare. But the number one thing is you've got to get enough sleep. So you got to manage your time so you get yourself to bed. That you need sleep. I cannot overemphasize that. You can feel almost miraculously better when you have appropriate sleep. Number two, you got to keep your blood sugar in check. It can't be all over the place, up and down, because that causes an inflammatory response, an immune system response, and you just don't feel good. And that can incite anxiety. And what else? Those are the main things. Of course, get adjusted. Get chiropractic care because it resets that prefrontal cortex. It helps that limbic system calm down so you're in the right balance for your brain. Get adjusted as a routine. When you're feeling extra stressed, when you're feeling extra challenged, make the time and get into the office and get adjusted. I can't deliver a chiropractic adjustment through the video. That's the one thing I can't do. You can listen to my stories and I can teach you things that you can apply in your life, but you've got to get in the office for that chiropractic adjustment. Also, look at Peter Bregin's books, B-R-E-G-G-I-N. He wrote a book called Toxic Psychiatry. I read that in 1993. I thought it was just a stunning, honest approach to what people need in order to just feel like they fit in society. They need love, they need attention, you need good healthy diets as well. But there's a lot of reform in the psychiatry movement. And I think it's good for everybody to read up on these changes. Because like I said, if you're in the medical realm and you're taking these drugs, sometimes you can have changes in the brain that can be very drastic. They are dangerous, and there's no doubt about that. And there's plenty to read and study on that. You have to be very careful before you make the decision to take these mind-altering drugs, and even other drugs for chronic issues, even a simple hypertensive drug for high blood pressure or some type of heart issue or diabetes. They do change you, and a lot of them cause mitochondria damage. That's a whole nother video, so that's a different topic, but you've got to really know what you're taking. And in the case of Jordan Peterson, it was very dramatic and drastic and dangerous. So my one secret I really want to share regarding the nutrition side of it is I take Cardio Plus supplement from Standard Process. It comes in a box like this. This is Drenamin. This is a different supplement, and it's also an excellent one. But I take Cardio Plus. It looks just like this in this box, and it feeds the heart. It's designed with specific nutrients for the heart muscle, for blood flow, and just everything that you need for the heart. And I have started taking it. I switch up my supplements from time to time, and recently I said I need more Cardio Plus right now. And because anxiety can come and go, situations change, and I was feeling a little bit more anxiety right after New Year's. Not because it's a new year, well, maybe, because we start thinking, reflecting, and sometimes maybe I reflect in a way that's not healthy, but I do worry, just like anybody else. So I had some anxious issues going on, and the Cardio Plus really calmed it down. Not to mention getting my diet in line. We all go crazy when it's New Year's and Christmas and Thanksgiving. We sort of lose our minds and, you know, eat the foods that deprive us of nutrients. So the Cardio Plus is helping with that. And I also noticed, I had one day, a couple days ago, when I was really feeling it, just the heart racing, feeling like I couldn't catch my breath. Now remember, this is the human condition. You are feeling the stress of being human, so we don't want to overreact. And I know I wasn't having a heart attack because it goes away very quickly. And I took some Cardio Plus, but I chewed them up. They taste terrible, but to get a faster response. Because when I was taking them just whole, and I was in the morning, that's my morning routine. Take some Cardio Plus in the morning and take some Cardio Plus in the evening. But this time I said I need to chew it up right now and get a more immediate relaxation effect. And it worked. So that is my secret. I don't think it's a real secret, because if you have a chiropractor or a natural health practitioner or an acupuncturist who is using a lot of standard process, they'll tell you you can chew things up for a faster result because your body just takes in those nutrients. Some things you don't want to chew. Anything with betaine in it, you don't want to chew, just letting you know. But it gave me quick relief. It's a very relaxing, calming effect to help the heart not work so hard. And the heart doesn't get to rest, and like your other skeletal muscles. So give your heart a break. Give your heart the nutrients it needs. And that is what I do. So when I'm talking about anxiety, just remember the nervous system wants to protect you. Sometimes it goes overboard, and there are ways we can get things back into balance. You move the brain, you feed the brain, you talk to the brain. Moving the brain is chiropractic, number one. Get adjusted. Also sleeping, that's the opposite of moving, but your brain needs that rest. Did you know your brain recycles itself and clears out toxins when you're sleeping? We feed the brain with the nutrients. We have to have the Ketolox phasing protocol, which is just a way of introducing a low-carb diet into your lifestyle in a gradual manner, so you don't get the keto flu and all the weird things they talk about, and so you can be more successful. And talk to your brain. And if you're dealing with a lot of worrying and a lot of anxiety, read the book The End of Stress by Joseph Goey. And it's a great book, a lot of easy to use mental techniques that work. And that's part of talking to your brain. If you want to know more about Ketolox phasing, get in touch with me. If you want to take part in the BFA coaching called Ready for Different, talk to me, and we can get right into things, and we customize things for what your needs are. And then get adjusted. We always get adjusted. So I want you to be a brain snob so you can be that positive ripple effect in your community. This is information that can be shared. This is information that helps you do things day to day that can be life-changing. And it's just the matter of getting into a practice of doing it. So what else can you do? Read the blog, watch more of these videos, click the like button, the thumbs up button, I think that's what it is, the bell, the subscribe button, start a conversation in the comments section. And what else? I guess that's enough, but you got to enjoy life, and you can certainly do that if you take care of your brain and put your brain first. Look for the next video, and thanks for watching.